Ram Ram everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all are doing well. So, for today's speaker card reading, we'll be doing the topic all about your career life. So, first, we'll be checking the kind of energy that you are in so that you get a validation whether you have picked the right pile or not. And followed by that, so we'll be checking the potential that you have, which needs to come out, and what are the steps that you can take to reach this potential, and an advice overall for your career life. So we have three piles for today as usual. So we have this beautiful rose quartz which represents pile 1, and we have this blue lace agate which represents pile 2, and we have moonstone which represents pile 3. So whichever pile you pick, I have put the timestamp in the description. You can hop into it directly. Hey pile 1, if you chose this beautiful rose quartz, this is going to be your reading. So I've already pulled a card that represents the hidden potential that you will be tapping when it comes to your career. So first we'll be checking that. Okay, wow. So we have breakthrough. Interesting. So what I feel is you're waiting since so many years maybe to have a breakthrough in your career. This could be like you really don't, so it's like you really don't like the current environment, or this could also be like the kind of conditioning that happened in your childhood when it comes to your career, something that's blocking you, something that has been blocking you since like a very long time. And it's like each and everything has to go away. It's not like if you ever have to have a breakthrough in your career, it's not just one thing that needs to change. It's like several things which are interconnected with each other, and that is when you're going to have that breakthrough. So that's why maybe it has been taking so much time for you to have that breakthrough, because it's just not one small change, it's something that's very huge. It could be like you just have to move to a different city, and but for that you need to have money, and in order to have money you need to save up. In order to save up you need to change a lot of other things. So it's more like you have to put efforts in all areas. So we'll check through tarot cards the current energy that you embody when it comes to your career. Okay. Okay, so we have page of pentacles. I feel that most of you are already having a very uh, like you do have an opportunity in your hand which you might have gotten like recently. Oh, sorry. If that's not the case, it could have been like you do have an investment plan, or a plan that you feel like it has a lot of potential. You might be thinking about investing in particular plan, or you have this idea which seems very stable, which seems very promising. So you do have something that's brewing in your mind, and you do see a lot of hope, you do see a lot of stability when it comes to that particular thing. So this could have been your current energy. Like if this resonates, then this is going to be a pile, or else you can check the other piles as well. So today we'll be checking more about the hidden potential in you when it comes to your career. Hidden potential in pile 1 when it comes to their career. Okay, we have Six of Pentacles. For most of you, I feel that you could be having an idea uh, where you are thinking of, like, if it's a business thing, you might be thinking of um, getting help or getting a capital or something like that from someone. So, with the Six of Pentacles, I feel that somewhere you underestimate this thing, somewhere you don't believe like financial help will ever arrive in your life. Somewhere you don't believe the fact like you will be assisted by the universe, if it is financial help or if it is guidance that you need from a mentor, or a financial strategy that you need from someone who is good with your finances, something like this. You just feel like it's impossible to manifest something like that. And this business idea of yours is, it definitely requires some sort of uh, some knowledge that you need to have about finances. And I feel that if you take your first step, the help is definitely going to arrive. But you really need to believe in this plan of yours. Only then you're going to get this financial help. Now, this financial help could be anything like just guiding you about finances, or literally handing you a good amount of money so that you can have a backup, so that you can buy raw materials, something like that. So I also feel whatever business plan that you have in your mind, like this could be for someone specific, where this particular business plan in your mind is something that has to do with money in the sense, maybe an investment plan that you have for people. Or it could be like, if if there are customers in your business thing, those customers would really benefit in managing their finances. Maybe you give them knowledge about how to manage their finances. Or most of you could also be working in a bank, where, because I'm seeing money is heavily being involved, like money is being exchanged, money being the uh, like I can see the flow of money here, where it could be like a bank that you work in, something like that. So if you have been thinking about changing your career, or you want to work in a bank, or you want to work in a company which is very much inclined with financial management, something like that, that would be good for you. And I also feel that somewhere you underestimate this fact about yourself. You're naturally very good at finances, is what I feel, pile one. And like, you could be having a very huge amount of money, but you're not spending it lavishly, like you're not spending it out of impulse. So that is something that you will eventually learn. You will eventually start believing like, yes, I am really good with finances, I know how to save money, I know how to make better investment plans, I know a lot of strategies to save up, and all of that. So you could be in your learning period, where you are trying to understand how you can actually get better at it, but you maybe lack that confidence, and that's why this is showing up in your reading. Maybe you are the one who is the bread earner in your family. You are the one who is, making money, and your entire family relies on you, something like that. uh, so yes, you actually have that natural, talent, where it comes to you naturally, like you do have that knack, is what I feel. So that's the hidden potential uh, that you have. So let's see what you can do about this thing. How can you be in your full potential when it comes to your career? Okay, we have High Priestess, and we have Seven of Pentacles below the deck. So what I feel for most of you is, First thing what I heard in my mind is do not reveal how much money you have spent, how much money you have, because you really need to be secretive about your money, how much you have in your bank account. So do not share all those details with anyone. And you do have a lot of wisdom when it comes to money, and you really need to use it. You really need to use this knowledge of yours into something that actually belongs to you only. Like if you have a plan, do not let anyone else, like do not collab with anyone, because you don't need anyone else to execute this plan. So that is one thing I'm seeing. And I also feel that you are just very intuitive. If you have to pick something, you should always go with your intuitions. It could be like um, an investment plan or buying some stocks or something like that. So I feel that you're really good at picking things intuitively. And even when it comes to your finances, even when it comes to your career, you really need to go with your intuition. And you have to keep it a secret. You're not supposed to go around and tell people like, oh, I chose this thing intuitively and I just won a lottery. So that is not something that you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to reveal it to anyone that you have good intuitions or something like that. So you should use it for your benefit only. And with the Seven of Pentacles, I feel that uh, you should take a lot of time to understand, to come up with a plan, to understand a particular thing when it comes to money. Like you have a lot of options right now where you can invest your money, and all of that. Like there are a lot of options available, and each of them is having its own potential. And also, something about the way you look at things, you're really good at building strategies, having backup plan, or having like plan A, B, C, and D, something like that. So I am seeing this pile is full of someone who I can call like a business person who doesn't actually have to work under someone else, because they have like really good business ideas and they are really good at it naturally, something like that. Let's pull out guidance for this particular file. Wow, so we have prosperity lies ahead. You could be a Taurus, or you could be a Taurus moon, Taurus rising, maybe a Taurus Venus. So this is more like a confirmation that whatever that you're trying to do right now, you might have been thinking about a particular plan, and it's really going to bring you that prosperity that you deserve. So I think this pile is never going to feel that lack of money, because that's the thing, like you have the knowledge and you know what's good and bad. You know the consequences of everything. So that thing itself is always going to keep you more and more abundant, because you're so educated when it comes to finances. Let's pull out few more cards. A win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, so whatever that you're trying to win, whatever plan that you're trying to implement, I feel there is definitely a sort of victory. It's like a huge confirmation. I think you have a very strong Venus, favorable Venus, I would say. You could be going through Venus Mahadasha as well. You could have a Taurus Venus, Libra Venus as well. So we have Libra and Taurus significant here, and those houses are actually favoring in your chart as well. So I also feel this pile is really very kind, like really very giving. Maybe you give a lot to people. Like if you see someone who is in dire need of help, you just go and you show up. That's a very beautiful thing to have, and that's why maybe you have all these blessings coming your way. So, pile one, never ever give up that kindness no matter what, and that itself is going to give you lots of blessings from the universe. So, so this pile is definitely going to have a breakthrough, I feel, whatever that you're trying to change in your life. Oh, if you can see the lights just flickered. So, yes, that's a very huge confirmation. So that's all I can say for pile one. I hope this reading resonates with you. Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. Pile two, if you chose this blue lace agate, this is going to be your reading. So first we'll be checking your oracle card. Okay, so we have experiencing. Okay. Hmm. So for this pile, you could be into some sort of a career path which has to do with communication, or maybe it's a sort of career path which actually needs a lot of experience, something like that. Like whichever position you are trying to have in your career ladder, I feel that particular position, it requires a lot of experience, and that's why maybe you are where exactly you need to be. Also, like many of you, I feel you might be in your 30s as well, whoever is watching this. And like for most of you, I also feel that your career is actually going to go in the right direction when you're in your 30s. You might see the growth now, but the actual growth that you are going to experience is would be when you're in your 30s. A lot of you in this pile might be having questions um if you ever have to talk about your career path, you would have a list of experiences to talk about, like all sort of mixed experiences, not just one. So maybe you got to experience a lot of things in this particular career path. So we'll be checking your current energy that you are embodying when it comes to your career. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. So as I already said, you could be like a mother of two kids, something like that. And maybe recently you have just discovered why it's so important to nurture yourself, why it is important to pamper yourself, why it is important to spend that money that you have earned on yourself. So somewhere I feel a lot of you are women who pick this pile, and you are learning how to actually nurture yourself. You're learning that, and it's a very beautiful thing. Like only you are getting to experience this beautiful thing, because that's the thing. I have seen women who deny a lot of things to themselves. They feel like they are spending too much, something like that. Of course, you're not supposed to spend without being mindful, but you really need to understand, in order to experience that abundance, you have to create it for yourself first. So that is something I feel most of you have been doing, and I'm also seeing a lot of fertile energy in this pile. Like if you are uh, thinking of conceiving, I would see like there are a high chances for that also. And most of you could be also dealing with some sort of weight loss issues, and maybe recently you have tried to focus a lot on your the way you look, the way you feel, and all of that. So this could be your current energy when it comes to your career. Maybe you're just spending on yourself, and you really feel good about it. You really feel good about it, and that's very important. So let's see the hidden potential. Okay. Wow. So we have Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Let's pull out few more cards. Page of Swords, hidden potential for this pile, Eight of Cups. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So pile two, what I feel is you might be, you might have walked away from something recently. Now this doesn't have to be like something that's physical. It could be like even just a lack mindset, as I mentioned over here. So you have completely walked away from all those ways of doing things which wasn't satisfying you emotionally. And the hidden potential about this pile is that, do you have a girl child? I do feel you could be having a girl child, and I feel that most of you watching this pile could be mothers. This could be for someone specific as well. If you have been thinking like, I want to give my girl child the best future, something like that, and you really have that potential, like you're able to do that. So there is no doubt in that. So this is like a confirmation where if you had a childhood where your parents couldn't afford a lot of things, and now that you have a job, now that you have a way of earning money, you have so much potential that even after you have spent so much on yourself, you're still going to save up a lot of money for your generation. Like you have the ability to generate that wealth for your future generations as well. And that is only happening because you have walked away from that like lack mindset. You have walked away from a lot of things that were draining you emotionally, and that's why you are able to generate this amount of wealth for your future generation as well. So that is a very huge thing that you need to be proud about, pile 2. And I also feel this pile has like some sort of, I would say, a sort of luck. Like you could be having a sort of energy. Some women, they really are that Lakshmi, right? Like this could have been there, like this could have happened with you if you enter a particular shop or a place. You just feel like a lot of customers are entering that particular place. Something like that happens usually if you have that energy within you. So I feel that you are really that luck, that lady luck. And this is something that you really need to believe, because if people have been telling you like you are a very unlucky person, something like that, that is not true. And with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel that you're going to have a very stable, very secure career life, and this is going to feel more like a blessing from the divine itself. And whatever that you have built in your career path, it's all because of what you dared to do, what you were able to let go, and that's why these good things have arrived in your life. So like you really had to pay a huge price for whatever that you have done. And yeah, like, okay, let's pull out a few guidance for this pile. You are good enough. Okay. I think that's all, like what you need to know, like a conclusion, I would say. So you are good enough. So I would say, like, do not hate yourself if someone is not accepting your ways or something like that. And do not ever think like you don't deserve all these blessings, because you do. Deep down, even you know that you do deserve all these beautiful things. If anyone is making you feel guilty about these things, you should cut them off. Conclusions are within reach. Okay. If you have been waiting about a particular answer, or if you have a lot of questions about a lot of things, I feel the answers are going to arrive. It could be in your dreams, or it could be some sort of sign that you see. So, whatever answers that you are seeking, it's within your reach. It's not something that out of your vicinity or something like that. So, there could be people around you in your life who could really help you with all these stuff, and you should definitely reach out to them. And we also have a eclipse next month. I think that is going to be very transformative for you. Like, whatever answers that you have been seeking, whatever realizations that you were trying to have, all those things are going to come to you. So there is this sort of uh, darkness that you hold within you. It could be like, it can make you a bit uncomfortable if it comes to the surface. um, so there is this change in your life, like no matter, maybe like it reminds you about something. There is something that's cooking in your mind, and if you have been thinking about going back to that one particular person, I know this is a career reading, but this keeps coming up. So one thing I would like to say is, like, whatever that hasn't worked in your past, it's never going to work. So do not go back. Do not go back. And you also need to forgive a lot of people, and also you have to let go of this resistance to control a lot of events in your life, because the more you resist, the more you are um, blocking your own blessings. So first thing is, you have to forgive yourself, you have to forgive a lot of people, because you're still carrying that resentment. So that's all I can say for this pile. I hope this reading resonates with you. Let me know in the comment. Pile 3, welcome back to my channel. So if you choose this moonstone, this is going to be your pile. So first we'll be checking your oracle card. So we have the existence. Okay. Um, so for this pile, I think you could have been more attached to your career. Like you really made your career as your entire personality. At one point of time in your life, it could have even felt like your existence depends on your career, something like that. And a lot of things changed, and where you really had to question, like, what am I without my career? What am I without all these achievements? Something like that. You started questioning your own existence. So, like, that could have been for some of you. And I also feel with the existence card, you could be having some planets in your first house. Like your first house, first house is, it represents self expression, it represents your personality and everything. So a lot of things about your career, it those lessons, it revolved around your existence, your character, your personality, something like that. So let's pull out a few more cards to understand energy that you have, you're embodying right now in your career path, the kind of energy you're embodying in your career path. Okay, we have page of wands. So I feel right now you're feeling very energetic, like you're starting something with so much energy, so much enthusiasm, and there are so many ideas you have. And I also feel you have a lot of confidence in this particular thing. But try to be very mindful, because this there is a thin line between being confident and overconfident, so it can backfire. So that is something I'm seeing. And let's see the hidden potential within you when it comes to your career path. The hidden potential for pile 3. Okay, we have page of pentacles. So I feel that this pile really has the potential to make any opportunity into something really beautiful. Like you really have that energy of creation, like where you understand what it takes to materialize a lot of things in your life. So if you have an idea and if you're passionate about, I think it just comes to you naturally, like how to manifest that thing into something very stable. Because a lot of times people, they are passionate about a lot of things, but they don't find the right opportunity, they don't put right amount of efforts, and they don't take the right action in order to manifest it. But I think this pile is really good at manifesting whatever that they are passionate about. And so this is the hidden potential this file has. And I think you needed that as a confirmation. Like if you have been thinking whatever that you're passionate about, if that can be taken up as a career path or a business. Okay. So we have 7 of swords. Okay. Let's pull out few more cards to understand why do we have 7 of swords. 10 of wands. Okay. And we have 10 of pentacles. Okay, pile 3. So what I feel is, that you have to put a lot of efforts, and you kind of feel, maybe you feel guilty about taking up uh, these things as career path. Somewhere I feel that you are a bit hesitant to actually uh, put efforts to make this into a reality. Like you could be playing guitar very well, but you feel guilty about it. Like there is this, I have seen this in some people, even I used to be like that. If I'm good at something, I feel guilty about it. Guilty in the sense like I don't want to show it to people. I don't want to, like show up like I'm actually good, something like that. So it could have been with you as well. Like you tend to hide your lot of talent, something like that. And I also feel that you keep doubting, like if you talk about how much efforts you have put to the public, people might put evil eye, or things might just not go good, or it might just not go well, something like that. So you want your talent to flourish and all of that, but at the same time you're like, I don't want attention, I don't want publicity, I don't want fame, or I don't want to be center of attention, something like that. And with the 10 of wands, I feel that you have put like really a very good amount of efforts, like a lot of efforts. But it could have been like you hit rock bottom in your career and you just lost interest in everything that you were once passionate about. And that thing is changing because you are looking at this passion that you have from a very fresh perspective, where you feel like you really have a potential to take it forward. And you really want to be identified by this passion, like you really want people to, you're understanding that it would be beautiful to actually talk about it. Like if people they identify you with this particular thing, like oh, this person is very talented with this thing, somewhere you're changing your perspective. Like you shouldn't hide it, you shouldn't, like I know we have to keep things private and everything, but I just feel like you are maybe a bit shy about it, or you just feel like you'll be laughed upon, something like that. So whatever efforts that you have put, pile 1, pile 3, I feel that you should be proud about it, you should own it, you should own it, like yes, this is mine and this is what I have worked for. So no need to feel guilty about it, no need to feel ashamed about it. And with the ace of pentacles, I feel that this is a very beautiful opportunity, very stable opportunity, where you can really see yourself flourish. And you're not supposed to underestimate these things, what you are good at. And oh wow, we have magician. So this is a card of manifestation where I can confirm that you can really manifest this thing for you. If you have been doubting, if you have been sleeping with this idea whether I should take this forward or not, this is a very huge confirmation that you have everything that you want in this thing to manifest. So it's not like you lack resources, it's not like you lack energy. You really have everything by your side. It's just that you have to understand how important it is for me to accept this first, so that the world will accept this thing for me. So that is something you have to understand. So if you have been thinking like it's a crime, or is it like people have made you feel guilty about a lot of things that you are good at? Just because you don't fit into the box, that doesn't mean that you should have that hate for yourself or something like that. Your talents need to be noticed. Your talents are here to be flourished. And it has a very important role in your life, like in your existence. Something about your existence and something about the reason why you exist in this plane and why you have these special talents, these are very much interlinked. And that is the truth that you cannot run away from. So you really need to embody yourself, you really need to stand firm that yes, I am good at this thing. You really need to claim that thing, you really need to own that thing. And that is when you will see people will start respecting more, people will start embracing you more. So please don't hate yourself, please don't feel guilty about whatever that you are good at naturally, because this is something that you're meant to take forward in this lifetime. And until you do that, you're going to repeat the cycle. You're not supposed to run away from these things what you are good at. I also feel that you're really good at manifesting a lot of things. For example, you could be doing something that you don't actually like, but you're actually good at a lot of other things. So if you don't want to switch your career path, you can take it up parallelly, but do not let that talent go away, because it's something that you are gifted, and you have the power to take it forward, so why not? And I feel this is a very huge thing that you want to manifest. It's not a small thing, and it's all possible. It's all possible. There are infinite ideas that you have, infinite number of ways you can manifest. There will be infinite number of opportunities that will be coming your way once you take that responsibility. So let's pull out some guidance for you. Guidance for pile 3. Okay, we have your commitment is being tested. So that's what I was talking about. Like, you really have to show how committed you are. You can't be hesitant 50% of the time, and 50% of the time you're like, I want this. 100% you have to show your commitment. And that is when universe will send tests your way to test your commitment. It's not like universe don't want you to be successful. It's just you are hesitant, and you really need to overcome. You really need to erase that hesitation. A new start is coming. Okay, so what that's what I was talking about. Once you overcome this hesitant, this behavior, you will see that there is going to be a fresh start. If things have been like where you are not seeing results, there is something that you need to change, something that you really need to push forward, and that is when you will see there will be a very fresh start, and it's going to happen like very quickly is what I feel. So with the 10 of wands, I see that you are ending a cycle by yourself, and with the new moon card, I can see you are starting a new cycle. A new start is happening. So that's all I can say for this pile. I hope this reading resonates with you. Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.